Hello everyone, I'm Lady Erin and welcome to Poetry Corner. Today I have selected 3 poems for you by James Arthur Lyons out of his book, Some Poems for Travelers. The first poem is titled, The Sea. Oh, the sea, the wide blue sea. It holds us up, the ship and me. It stretches o'er most all the globe, inhibiting the hydrophobe. Around its shores and in its bays, man fishes, swims, and plays. Within its dark and chilly deep, awesome creatures lurk and creep. And yet, despite its wonders rare, and though it goes most everywhere, when it behaves like a lunatic, this dear old sea just makes me sick. Oh. I love this poem because it really speaks to those who get easily affected by seasickness. Because although it is glorious and wondrous, when you're sick, you don't want to be anywhere near it. So, thankfully, I've never actually been seasick, but I feel like this poem really translates that feeling across. So, the sea. Next up is Egypt. Heroic with its pyramids, the sacred land of Nile, glorified with temples, pylon fronting pile, mysterious with Pharaoh's tomb and ghosts of dead empire, amorous with velvet lights, fashioned for desire, fruitful by the miracle of water without rain. Egypt, Egypt, you are a wonder, heady as champagne. All of the above descriptions are Egypt, not Egyptians. Nasser and his rabid thugs, hotel keepers and their bugs, fanatics in tasseled fez, Israel and clogged Suez, Russians and the Ostian Dam, tourists in a nasty jam, difficulties had in dining, camel drivers dunning, whining, oiled merchants lying, cheating, soiled beggars crying, bleeding. All these drive me to conniptions. Oh, for Egypt sans Egyptians. I chose this poem out of all the rest of his themed poems just because I have always wanted to visit Egypt. I studied Egypt culture and mythology in high school and absolutely fell in love with it. And I feel like this poem gives you an interesting yet humorous look on what it's like to experience Egypt firsthand. So it's definitely one of my favorites of his. And finally, How to Make a Fortune in Florida Real Estate. First, dig a ditch and spread the sand. Lo, like a god, you create land. Transplant some palms, put down some turf, and if you're near a bit of surf, your ditch has now become a port at Florida's newest resort. When this has run its course and died, lay out some streets and subdivide. Eager northerners in flocks will build homes with pools and docks. Don't mention mildew, rot, or rust, termites, snakes, or coral dust. Don't even think of hurricanes, of freezing cold, of flooding rains. Let the client think it fate that lets him know the worst too late. Then when you've made a fortune there, start another ditch somewhere. I feel like a lot of these incidents, mildew, rot, rust, termites, snakes, coral dust, they're very specific, so I'm wondering if the poet had first-hand experience with issues like that in Florida. But despite all of the seriousness of the subject, I love that he gives a humorous twist to it. Like, yeah, scamming people in Florida to make a buck is pretty horrible, but he gives it to us in such a way that, yeah, it's horrible, but it's also pretty funny. So I really appreciate people who can find the humor in weird situations like that. Mainly just because I can find the humor in weird situations like that. So there you have it. Those are Some Poems for Travelers by James Arthur Lyons. I will try and find them online and include a link in the description so you can go read them for yourself. And if you have a poem that you would like me to read, or you know of a poet who has some material, please let me know. You can contact me through my Facebook page or email me at ladyerin.com. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.